I'm totally stuck. I'm not sure what to do. All of the other fish are fine. Have a look in at this koi here. It's literally like she's been sedated. You don't know what to do. Sometimes you just get lost in this hobby, no matter what you do, what you try. Bear with me a minute because I'm proper concerned about her. I just wanted to pick up the camera in case she does die, just to show you what happened. I'm going to be proper upset about it, but I don't know what to do. Just got to get this sorted. Hang on a minute. Very often the koi whisperer hasn't got much to say. Well then, so just out in the pond at the moment, I'm proper concerned about Big Betty. I'm not really sure what's up. I'm just doing all of the normal standard water checks, make sure everything's alright. She seems like she's completely out of it, like I've been, you know, like I put her through a sort of treatment sort of thing. Sedated her, she's acting like that. All of the other fish seem completely fine. Nothing wrong with them whatsoever. But just watch how this fish is reacting. Normally when I've seen stuff like this happen before, it's like a pH crash or something along those lines. But I'm really unsure what this is, to be fair, because my pH is exactly the same. My KH is exactly the same. I'm proper concerned about what's happening here. So I'm actually going to end this little bit of a video a minute. I'm just showing you how she's reacting. Like she's completely out of it, and I haven't done nothing. Nothing's changed. Everything is exactly the same. I only checked the water chlorine yesterday. I can literally put my hand, she's a bit deep for me to touch her now, but she's just like it's like I'm not even here. She's not worried about me one bit, and that is a massive concern for me. I'm just going to start doing all of the checks, double check again to make sure the water quality is alright. Proper concerning, to be fair. Temperature of the pond stayed the same, still at 12 degrees, but as she's going down to the bottom and then she comes back around, so proper concerned at the moment. I'm not sure what to do, what it is. Is it sleeping disease? I've never had to deal with that before. I've heard about it. Really not sure what to do at the moment, to be honest with you. So all of my parameters are the same, nothing's changed. TDS still at 100, temperature at 12, pH at 7.3. What I am going to do as well, I'm just going to do another pH test to make sure this one is reading right. I only calibrated this yesterday, so I've still got my calibration forms out there. So I'm just going to double check that with the Colombo test kit, and I'm going to also test all my water parameters. I tell you what, bear with me a minute because I'm proper concerned about her. I just wanted to pick up the camera in case she does die, just to show you what happened. I'm going to be proper upset about it, but I don't know what to do. I just got to get this sorted. Hang on a minute. Yeah, so just checking the pH. As this one says up here, 7.3. By this one, 7.5. It's definitely in between 7 and 7.5 by this colorimeter. So, like I said, I only calibrated that yesterday, so it's definitely nothing to do with the pH, like a pH crash. I'm just going to double check my KH, and then I'm also going to run through and double check all of my other parameters, get the Hanna test kit out just to make sure. I only did it yesterday and everything was fine, so I've done nothing different in the past 24 hours. I'm also going to check the chlorine going into the pond. I'm proper worked up about this. I really don't know what to do. I mean, she's completely laid out on the floor now at the bottom. This is really not good. This is really not good. And it's just all of a sudden, I don't know whether maybe I'll better check my pond cam, make sure she haven't whacked herself on something or cracked her head somewhere or done something. I want to check back on that as well, because I come home from work, I had my tea, everything was fine. I was just about to sit out here, and then I see that she's proper out of it, to be fair. I'm not even sure if her gills are still moving. This is proper concerning. Checking the KH as well. I'm going to be checking everything here, but because I put myself out on YouTube, I've got to go through everything just to make sure I've done every single check. My next step is check for parasites. I haven't noticed no parasites whatsoever, any signs of parasites, but look how she's just laid in the water there, just absolutely out of it. I think I'm gonna have to net her up before she proper damages herself. This is really not good. Right, so I've got the fish out. I'm going to do a scrape. I've checked all of the water parameters. Everything is bang on. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Well, nothing any different than what it normally is. There is a tiny slad bit of ammonia in the water, but 0.1. They've just had a feed. That's bound to be expected. All of the other fish are fine. Have a look in at this koi here. It's literally like she's been sedated, like I've put some clove oil in or koi sedate to sedate the fish. She's completely out of it, and all of a sudden she'll just spark up. I've rolled the fish over. She's absolutely pristine. There's not a mark or scrape or any sign of anything which would cause her to be like this. If you remember, I had a bit of a mark on the top of her dorsal fin. That's completely cured. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I've just checked in behind her gills. I'll do this again now just to show you. I thought maybe it could be something to do with her gill plate, but if you have a look in there, that's perfectly healthy gills. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Absolutely bang on. She doesn't seem bloated, any raised scales. There's no indications here what are making me think that there's a problem. Obviously there is a problem. It's like she's completely knocked out. Whether she has bumped herself. My wife says she's checked back on the camera since we've both been home from work. She was swimming around perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden now, acting like this. It is like she's completely knocked out, barely breathing. Well, I'm going to take a scrape, but there's not a mark on her nowhere. It's literally like she's been knocked out with koi sedate, and I really don't know what to do or what it is. She looks absolutely pristine. There's no sign of redness, no sign of, if you have a look into the fins, there's no signs of stress or anything whatsoever. I really don't know what to do. Sometimes you just get lost in this hobby, no matter what you do, what you try, what it can be. Right, so I'm just checking for parasites. I can't find nothing whatsoever. I'm having a good old look. I don't want to be here too long checking for parasites on this fish. To be honest with you, if it was parasites, there would have been some sort of sign on the fish. I'd have seen some sort of flashing over the past week or a couple of weeks on the camera, and I haven't seen no signs at all. I know I have been away, but yeah, I can't see anything, to be fair. I'm zooming right in as well. I'm going in a bit further. I'm just checking for fluke to start with, and I'm going to check for, I've checked for trick, checked for costia. I can't find anything. Maybe it's a bladder problem, or I'm not really sure what it is. I really do not have an absolute clue. This koi hobby, when this happens and there's nothing you can do for your fish, that's my favourite fish in this pond. And I don't know what to do. I might go live and just see if I can get some help a minute, because I really don't know what to do. Like I said, I've checked all of the water parameters. All of the other koi are absolutely perfect. Nothing wrong with them whatsoever. I really don't know what to do. I just really don't know what to do. She's just down there now. I'm totally stuck. I'm not sure what to do. I've checked every single parameter. She went absolutely mental around the pond. This is where all this water is splashed out. She was jumping up like she was gasping for air, then going back down to the bottom. I'm not sure if it's a bladder problem or a bloating problem or what it may be, to be fair, but there's been no signs of nothing. The video that I put up last night, that was only took yesterday. The camera that I've got up there, I've checked back to see if she's banged herself or done anything. All of the other fish seem completely fine. Seems nothing wrong with none of them. I've checked for parasites. I can't find nothing on none of them. I've seen no signs of anything to make me think that I've got parasites. I'm just proper stuck. I really don't know what to say or what to do, and sometimes in this hobby you just get stuck like this and I really don't know what to do. So, you know, even though I've kept koi for a while and I've never claimed to be an expert, I've got a problem that I can't sort out or explain or work out the reasons why. I know when they say when you deal with livestock you've also got to deal with dead stock, but there's generally a reason behind something, and I can't really work out the reason behind this. Since they've been in this pond, I would have said my water quality's been the best it's ever been. They got so much more space in this pond. I really can't work it out. I've done everything by the book, how you should do it. I've had no trouble up till now. All of the fish, the rest of the koi, there's not a mark on none of them. They look, they look absolutely mint. There's the quality, how they are improving since they've been in this pond. It's been the best I've ever kept the koi, to be fair. So I really don't know what it is. Like that picture a minute ago with her in the bowl, she looked absolutely pucker. At the moment she's just restless. So it has got a bit dark. I've been out here non-stop the whole time, and she's up right at herself. She seems to, she's obviously still not right, but she's swimming with the rest of the fish now. It's like she's gone through a treatment of some sort, or the only thing I can say, it's like you've just sedated her and you've put her back to the pond, and she's taken a bit to get her awareness back, sort of thing. I'm a bit speechless because I don't really know what the issue is. She seems to be getting her bearings back a little bit, because she was swimming around and just bumping herself into the side of the pond. Like you can see here, I might have said it a minute ago, with all the splashes on the side of the pond. She come up, splashed up through, and it's probably scary and thinking that she's going to jump out for tonight. She definitely ain't right compared to the rest. All the rest are swimming around. I've checked the KH, the ammonia, the nitrate, nitrite, phosphates. Everything is exactly how it always is. Nothing has changed whatsoever. As you can see, she's just getting an awareness back slightly, but she certainly ain't right. And I really don't know what it is. She's not happy about something. Whether it could be something internal. I have just got off the phone to Ryan down at Exclusively Koi. He said don't rush into anything tonight, putting anything in the water, any treatments. I wouldn't have done that anyway. I'd only treat the fish, sort of thing. I'd only treat the whole pond if I found any parasites on any of the fish. I've had the bow out. I have scraped that fish once, but I've done more scrapes on all of the other fish because I don't want to stress her out any more than what she already stressed out. I am going to up the flow of water, fresh water going into the pond, but like I said, nothing's changed there. As you can walk into the filter house, TDS at 90, pond temperature at 12, pH is 7.3. I've had all of my other checks out. I've checked everything. This one here, I've also checked as well. I mean, that's been an hour now, and it's not even slightly turning a bit concerning. But like I said, I've got all the Hanna test kits. I've tested everything. Everything's bang on. This here, I double checked my pH just to make sure that this was giving me an accurate pH, because all the signs that I was having was like a pH crash, like when they just swim into the wall because the water quality's gone downhill so much. but there's no signs of on her fins of redness or marks or anything, so it's proper concerning. But this koi hobby can really beat you up sometimes, and obviously any fish that you lose or concerned about, it's never a good thing. But she is my pride and joy in this pond. She's the reason why I built this pond, the main reason. Out of all of the fish that I've got in the pond, she's my absolute favourite, just of how she is as a koi. I'm just hoping that she pulls through. Ryan did say maybe up the KH, because I run a low KH, just up the KH to maybe 3. I run it at 1.6, 1.7 all of the time. He did say maybe raise the KH just to see if that helps her out a little bit. And then obviously see what she's like when I get home from work tomorrow, and then maybe give her a soap bath. But you've got to take these steps slowly, and obviously check to see if there's any parasites on her tomorrow. I don't really want to do anything else tonight to stress her out. I suppose the main person stressing is me. I'm the one stressing at the moment because she's not in a good state. She's really not in a good state. Her eyes are not bloated out from her head any more than what they always are. You know what I mean? There's everything. She looks bang on. What do you do in situations like this? Obviously, she's not right. She's not like the rest of the fish. She's dozing around. And obviously, with a fish of the value that she is, not just the value of the koi, to be fair, more of, she's my pride and joy at the end of the day. But there's no signs of flicking or flashing or any signs what parasites can give you with your fish jumping or flashing. Or the only thing that I can maybe think is something internal, like a bloat problem or a bladder problem. I'm not really sure, but she is a fair old girl. I've had her for 5-6 years now, maybe more than that, to be fair. And she was 3 or 4 years old when I got her, so she's not an old, she's a fair old fish, but she's not super old. Well, I'm a bit lost for words at the moment, to be fair. I'm sorry, I do apologise about this sort of video, this content, but I just wanted to share it with you, show you what I'm dealing with at the moment, or what it is, or what it could be. And all you can do is just keep checking. Strange. From how she was a minute ago, this is proper strange. So yeah, I've got my bicarb out. I'm just going to raise up the KH roughly around, to bring it up to 2.5 or 3, just to see if it helps. I don't know if it will or not. I'll do it nice and steady and just see how things go, to be fair. Nightmare, absolute nightmare. I'm not saying this is going to work, it might help her out a little bit, I'm not sure. So yeah, I've raised the KH, I'm just double checking it. I'm also triple checking the ammonia, just to make sure, wait for these to count down and see where we're at, but I just can't work it out. I've also just finished checking the chlorine going to the pond. 0 chlorine going to the pond as well. 0 chlorine in the pond. I have added some more beneficial bacteria to the pond. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. When you think everything's singing and dancing and then you get something like this happen, it's what you call a right head banger. And then as you can see now, as she is there now, you would have thought that drama a minute ago. Obviously she's not right, but the drama that I had a minute ago as such, you know, I wouldn't have, unless I was out here, I wouldn't have known what she was going through, what she was doing or acting like. And now she's swimming around like normal. So maybe is it a start of a bladder problem, a bloat problem, or something along those lines? I'm unsure, but all you can do is check. Obviously, parasites is a massive concern this time of year, of waking up and then trying to find the parasite. But for how many fish I've checked, I would have thought I would have found something by now. And I can't see a thing on not just her, but all of the other fish have been checked. I haven't stopped because I can't rest until I know what the problem is. but as you saw in the bow when she was coming across the bow earlier on, sorry about the glare here. The footage is probably not the best it's ever been, but I can only try my best to show you what I'm dealing with as we're dealing with it. Proper strange. I'm just hoping she's going to be alright, to be fair. Looks like she's getting an awareness back a little bit, but I don't know what caused it or the reasons why. So yeah, there's the test just come in. I've got 0 ammonia in the pond, nothing whatsoever. I've raised the KH up, 31. I've got to divide that by 17.9. That gives me 1.7, 1.8, thereabouts. I'm going to raise it up a little bit more, slow and steady. I don't want to bang it in too quick and see if there's, you know, raising up the KH will shock the rest of the fish. So I'm just going to keep doing this slow and steady until I get the KH up to about 3. But I always run this KH at 1.5 to 1.7 anyway, just for the amount of fresh water that I add to the pond. So I can't see it really making that much of a difference. It's not like it's changed, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's getting late now. I haven't left this garden since the drama's happened. I'm super concerned. She seems like she's getting an awareness back. I have brought the KH to 2.8. I don't really want to raise it any more than that for a minute. All the other fish seem fine. She seems like she's coming back round a bit. Obviously, tomorrow when I get home from work, I'm going to grab her back out, check her again. I'll check behind her gills. I'll take a swab from behind her gills, make sure there's nothing gill fluke, or I've just got to keep checking to work out the reasons why. I don't know if anyone can help out in the comment section if they've ever experienced anything like this or seen anything like it. It's something that I've never had to deal with and I've never seen, so I can't see how she can be as lame and docile like she was knocked out in that bow, the way she was acting earlier on, and then now swimming around like nothing's really happened, to be fair. I mean, you can tell she's not the same as the rest. All of the other koi are looking for food at the moment. I'm not going to feed anything now for the next 24 hours, just in case there is something water quality related. Not that there is, not that I can see, but she don't seem herself, but she is actually swimming around and looks like she's got her bearings back. So yeah, on that note, I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know what's happening when I know. Obviously, I'll let you know. And anything that happens in the meantime, I'm just proper lost. Not very often the koi whisperer hasn't got much to say, and it's one of them situations. So apologise about the content. It's not the best video quality. It is what it is. Don't know what to say. What do you do? How long can you stay out in your garden before you've got to go to bed for work the next day, innit? And the whole idea of me coming out in the garden tonight, spending a lot of time, I was planning to get a new fish. I've got a new koi turning up from Exclusively Koi, my growing show fish. So I was just coming out doing a bit of prepping, really, making sure I was ready for the fish to arrive so I could get that film for you guys when it turns up tomorrow. You can only do what you can do, I suppose. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. That said, if anyone does know, please write it down in the comment section. Anyone's got anything that they can help me with. I know with this koi hobby, no one knows your fish better than your own self. No one can check the water quality, but if I've missed anything, or, you know, maybe the thing is, if it was a bacteria problem, everything's running through my head. If it was a bacteria problem, I'm thinking to myself, I would see signs of something yesterday, day before, or signs in the other fish, but, you know, what do you do? I've done all the normal checks for now anyway. There's nothing else I can check. I've just got to keep my eye on her and just see what happens. My biggest concern at the moment is if she flaps around tonight. I might keep the lights on tonight on the pond, but if she flaps around tonight and she jumps out, because I haven't got any koi guards on, main reason being because I've never had a problem with a fish jumping out. Generally, you only get a fish jump out if there's a problem, and I've got a problem. So that's my biggest concern tonight, is if she jumps out. Strange. On that note, I'll leave you there, guys, because I don't know really what to say. I'm a bit lost, a bit confused. But look at all the others. They all want some food. Strange. Right, thanks for watching the video, guys, and well, I'll keep you all posted.